Let's go.
Let's talk some toys in here.
Hey, what's going on everyone today? It's Manchild. Alright, so today for review, we're going to take a look at the new Masters of the Universe Origins Sketchbook Art Spikor figure. So we get another Sketchbook series figure added to the Origins line. This is the fourth figure, I believe, now. And it's Spikor, which is, always a fan favorite. Look at the concept design of this particular Spikor. Very porcupine looking as far as the snout, the face, how long the spines are on the head and the armor. It's different than the vintage Spikor, which I do like. It is my favorite. The purple colors, vintage nostalgia. To where that Spikor reminded me, even more reptilian with spikes. Yeah, this one's more porcupine looking. He does come with the trident again, it looks like, but it's translucent now for either hand. He comes with a different weapon. And of course, he comes on this, the typical sketchbook style card that most of these figures would come on, aside the 2-pack. See some art, right? So here's the illustrations of the Spikor sketchbook on this side. Up here we got, looks like the vintage Spikor getting, slimed by the slime pit. And then if you turn it to this side, you get a full color illustration to Spikor. And then moving up to the top, we can see our Masters of the Universe logo. That's almost feels like a sticker. I don't know if it is or not. Just pushed outwards, colored. And we can see once again the sketchbook Spikor here with the trident extended. Now again, I don't know if he comes with the extended piece. It's hard to see. But you can see he is holding that weapon that he does come with package. And he's also holding a hammer here on the other arm. Again, I don't see that box, but once we get him out, we'll check it out. And then here's other illustrations of the vintage Spikor, what the Spikor came to be, I guess. Right, head there. And then here's the, again, vintage Spikor. Better look at the slime pit. And then taking a look at this color illustration on the back of the box, so we can see the sketchbook Spikor fighting sketchbook or early concept style He-Man. Looks like a Vikor style He-Man with the cross armor. You can see a helmet up top. Here's the early concept Beastman character. Remember seeing him before. Man at Arms. And look at that Castle Grayskull. It's also concept type of Castle Grayskull with the face, the helmet on. And you can see some other art as well. The sketches of the vintage Spikor. Again, this Spikor in package. The slime pit, everything going on. And then spinning the box around on this side. Here's a better look at the, once again, a color illustration of the head of the vintage Spikor. And then another illustration of the sketchbook Spikor we're reviewing. Okay, here's a quick look around at this new sketchbook Spikor at a package as well as accessories. Yeah, and you notice they don't give an extension for this trident. You do get the short one, right? It's translucent trident, as already pointed out, cast in that red tone, which is neat. It does articulate, but you think he would come with the extended piece as well, like the vintage Spikor came with. I don't understand why they didn't add that. So, taking a closer look at this new sketchbook Spikor. Look at the head sculpt. That is really cool. I do like that design. Big, like a hog snout, pig snout, protruding all the way out. Yeah, they even painted you have this nostrils are sculpted like inward and painted black inside. You got the yellow beady eyes, the little, pupils, real small pupils. Closed mouth. You got so you got pointy troll ears with earrings hanging, sculpted, and all part of the painted part of the sculpt, right? On both sides. It's pretty cool. Yeah, again, I like the colors. It's like a light sandy tone with dark tan wash all over the outer part of spikes. At least with the spikes in the underneath the chin parts of the face, not on the arms and legs. But look at the spikes again, very porcupine-like, rubbery, soft, flexible. They really stand out. There's a lot of them all over the back of the head. Right? Look from the back, the side, pretty cool. So as far as the articulation with the head, the spikes, the earrings, and this armor all over this armored body, you can look all the way to the left, the right, you can look all the way down and all the way up, even with the spikes. Doesn't really hinder anything. So yeah, pretty cool head sculpt. And I like that design again. The spikes really catches my eye. Very unique looking. So we have a whole new spiky armor that's different than the regular Origins Spikor, which I will bring in to compare. I mean, obviously, yeah, not only the colors, but again, just how many rubbery spikes there are standing out. They're a little bit longer, I want to say, and they're obviously thin to where the other Spikor is a little bit thicker. So there's more of them. You have this plated, like, chest armor, reinforced chest piece that goes between the spikes. Obviously, comes down the main part of the chest and stomach. With a neck collar goes all the way around, so it's all part of it. You can see like these big iron spike pieces that come out. Painted silver, and then the main part is all black. You can see the collar all the way around. Here's a look at the front and back. Yeah, you got them all the way around the back of the collar here, and again, they go all the way, there's three of them go down, big plates, that's pointy plates, I'll call them, down to the belt. And here's a look at the rubber, excuse me, spikes on the back, very rubbery and soft. And again, there's a ton of them all over the back, even up the shoulders, on both sides of the body. Pretty cool. And then as far as, so you can spin at the waist, as far as articulation, come apart at the waist. That's what it would look like on the bottom. You want it to, yeah, change, you could, change the figure up. You want it to, with a pair of different legs and arms. I would. I mean, I like the colors, but you can do that, change it up. Moving up to the arms, so they're just regular, He-Man style arms, Origin He-Man style arms, if I can see. Yeah, cast in a very, again, like a sandy color, I want to say. So it's unique, and for customs, you want to use these arms for something else. Now, as far as your articulation with the arms on this extra spiky armor, so you can go up. All right, you can go all the way down, I guess, because these are rubbery enough. But then when you go forward all the way down, you're not going to do nothing with it because they do hinder the, the arm. But yet you can go all the way back. So you'd have to move the arm out to go all the way up to the head like that, which isn't bad. That works. All right, out. Let me do that again. So out, down, forward, back. Okay. And you can remove the arms from the body if you wanted to. Make sure they come out. Why wouldn't they? Just want to see what the... All right, typical style pegs. You can see the rubber, the black plastic piece. And so these the spiky rubber part of the armor is separate, obviously, from this black piece. Like, you can see how it's cut and glued around. I don't know what you would do with it as far as customs. You can do that. All right, so moving down, you can obviously bend at the elbow, right? You can spin at the elbow. And then you have your own unique style wrist bracer. It's all part of the sculpt. Look like something like these big iron spike pieces that come off the main armor going down the body. But they're all painted, it's painted like a metallic silver color. Identical on both the left and right side. Then he has two weapon gripping hands. And you can spin at the wrist, right? Go in and out the hinge joint, pretty soft. All right, moving on to the left side, all the same. Let's test it up, down, same thing forward. Now, yeah, these are soft enough again to move the arm all the way forward. And I just want to see how far can I go into the body with it. Not bad. You can go all the way to the center of the chest, up to the face, and by the belt. So it's not terrible with the articulation because these are so rubbery. All right, so we did that. Go all the way up, down, bend at the elbow, spin at the elbow, all the same type of wrist, the gauntlet that's part of the skull painted. And again, as already mentioned, weapon gripping hand aside, they could spin and go in and out. It's very soft. Okay, so we were talking about that. You can part the waist. It's your typical He-Man style belt and loincloth like all the Origins have. You see it's painted silver to match the wrist bracers. Brown style belt. And then as far as the legs, again, He-Man Skeletor style Origins legs. Has a tan sandy color match the arms. And as far as articulation, go out with a split. Kick forward, go back, bend at the knee, spin at the knee. I don't know if these can't come out like the newer cartoon figures unless you really heat them up. Other legs are all the same. Kick forward, go back, bend at the knee, spin at the knee. And then he has just regular He-Man style boots, I'll call it. You can spin at the boot. We know the boots can come off, and as far as the foot, the articulation, go up, down, rock side to side. And the other boot is all the same. Spin, come off, right? Go up, down, rock side to side. Okay, moving forward, take a look at the weapons and accessories that comes with the Spikor. So what's unique with the Spikor not only is his elongated spikes and colors and head and whatnot, but he gets a tail now that's full of spikes. Pretty cool. It's going to clip onto the back. We'll do that soon. Very it's a big solid piece of rubber with, yeah, it's covered in spikes. Got a couple little spike pieces even at the very back of the tail or end of the tail. But there's no bendy wire in it. It's just, that's it. It's kind of pre-posed. So all you're going to do with it, you can see the peg. And then, again, here's a look at that trident. I love the translucent effect. This time, different. Got the little peg that go on the arm, as I mentioned. Now, this doesn't even come out. It's snapped in or glued in. And yeah, it does not come with the extension. As already mentioned, that's a bummer. You can always use the one off the other Spikor if you wanted to. And then for his last weapon or accessory, he gets the new style, like a Warhammer or something like that, or mace, I want to call it. So it has a jabbing end, so I guess you can use it like that. Kind of looks like it has a big peg on the bottom, but I don't think it's going to go into the hand or what the purpose of it is. I guess that's just he's going to grab it from with the hand. And it barely looks like it's going to fit in the hand. Again, another weird accessory. It's cool looking though, and again, you have these big iron spike pieces that up at the top. Once again, moving back over to Spikor, let's set him up with his weapons and accessories. So, of course, here's how you put the tail on. Very simple. He already has a hole in the back of his shorts there, and you're just going to push this on like so, right? And there's the tail. Yeah, it looks cool. I just kind of, I don't know, kind of wish that somehow the armor blended into the tail. It looks almost like sloppy, just like this big piece that's hanging around the shorts. Or if they made a piece that would hide this, yeah, I don't like that when they do this with a lot of tails with the Origins. Just, I don't know. It looks like it doesn't belong there. You know, it should be all part of the armor, the way I look at it. But it's fun. I guess it is fun. And it does have full articulation, go all the way up and around anyway. And there's no hinge. I don't think there is. No, there's no hinge joint. And that's pretty much what he looks like with the tail on. And as far as the trident, we're going to remove the hand on this side or any side. Let's do it on this one. Typical Origin style pegs. And let's put this on that side. So, and there you go, right? Just, that's all you can do with it. It can spin. Again, we don't have no extension. This piece does not come off, as I already mentioned. And then let's put this Warhammer, or excuse me, mace in the other hand. Now, yeah, as I said, it would be cool if you can use it this way, to have that as a jabbing weapon, but you can't. I guess you're supposed to hold it like this and just use the hammer end. And then there's a look at our Spikor all set up with his weapons and accessories, which, again, ain't really much. So we get the short trident, as I already mentioned. You can spin with that. And it does have a hinge joint inside here, but you can't do much with it because it's recessed so far into that gauntlet. This piece doesn't move. It doesn't come with the extendable piece. We're very familiar with the tail and his weapon. And as far as comparisons, I'm just going to bring the regular vintage, Origins vintage inspired Spikor in just to show you a comparison between the two. Let's do this right on camera. All right, here's a quick look at those two together. So here's what the Spikor, how he ended up from the sketchbook series back in the day when they were creating these characters on paper. Yeah, they're both really cool in their own way. I mean, I do like this one. Again, I like the colors and the vintage nostalgia with it, all that. And if you're not familiar, this Spikor also came with the same trident that was silver and short, and the extendable one as well, which obviously I had that on this one. Which, again, it doesn't make sense why I didn't just add one with this figure, you know, because they show it on the packaging. But if you wanted to, you can just remove this if you had both figures or spare one. So I'm going to do this right on camera. I'll remove this one like so. Right? Standard Origins pegs. And just put it in this arm or the other arm. Just used to put it in this side. And there you go. There's a sketchbook Spikor with the extendable trident on. Just like it shows on the packaging. Alright, that about does it. That's my review on a new Sketchbook Origins Spikor figure. Not really much else to them, you know, aside what we went over. Is a really cool looking design with the spikes, the newer head. You know, you get that weapon. The tail is neat. Side, again, I don't know, I feel like I should have branched into this piece better. It would look more natural, but that's just me. You know, when you look at them this way, you don't notice it. Cool, it spins around, but it is a neat addition to the Spikor instead of not having a tail. I like seeing tail type things on these type of creature figures. Yeah, they mentioned like the spikes, the colors. That's an interesting weapon, but at the same time, I feel like there was just a little bit of laziness. They could have added that hammer they showed on the packaging. You should have got an extendable trident. As you notice, I put on this arm now just to show you that it doesn't go on the other side. Nothing different. Took off this hand, put the weapon on this side. And, yeah, things like that. I noticed that with the Sketchbook Cyclone as well. They showed additional accessories, and he did not come with them. Was a cool figure, but I like the earrings, the eyes, and pretty much it. And then you notice too on the regular Origins Spikor, I just put the trident on the side, just to show you what it looks like with the colors. And again, you can put it on this other arm. And that's pretty much it. It is a neat figure. I do like the packaging with these figures as well, with all that sketchbook art and whatnot, and the back with the color poster piece. But, you know, every now and then, I feel like they could have come with a couple more accessories, as I already mentioned. As they showed in the illustrations, and they don't. It's kind of my only disappointment. But aside that, if you like the sketchbook series like I do, they are pretty neat for what they're going for, showing you what the figure could have been like, and it's interesting now seeing them in figure form with the Origins. So, you know, it is pretty cool for what it is, and I look forward to more. I just hope they add more accessories with these figures as they, you know, going forward if they continue to with this series. So as always, I appreciate everybody watching. Until next time, take care.